All right, everybody, how are you doing today? Right back at it. You already know how we about to do. Cook it up on these markets real quick. Before we do get started, I want to let you guys know that this is nothing that I'm about to tell you other than educational information, financial educational information. It's just entertainment, everybody. Come on, we all here to have fun, learn a little bit. Who wants to be stuck on the rock all their life? Not me. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm gonna tell you guys how it is that we're gonna be pushing forward on this channel. Now, I got a couple good things to get into with you guys. We got three different articles we will read about Matic and their partnerships that they've been, coming up with. They've been on some good stuff. I'm gonna get into that just a second. We're gonna touch a little bit on Ripple and the case that's been going on so far. It's a lot of good news going on with Ripple. Then we're gonna touch on with the Web3 summit that has been going on. This is day 3 of the summit. Other than that, you already know we gotta get into the technical analysis of the Dixie, Bitcoin, Matic, XRP, Shiba Inu. We got a lot to cover today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Now, Matic. If you guys haven't noticed, for those of you who don't know what Matic is, it is the Polygon blockchain cryptocurrency. If you guys want to know exactly where it stands in terms of market cap, let's go ahead and take a good little look here, right here. Market cap at $10 billion. $10 billion, everybody. And it's surging up 23.82% for the week. You can see right here, it's had a massive jump. So it's really even higher than the jump. This count from all the way back here, which is a little bit higher from its actual low. But nonetheless, it had a crazy jump, and we will get into that. Why it is. And on-chain activity may hint at further growth. Man, that thing you already see is shooting to the moon right here, breaking out of the atmosphere. It could. In the past year, Polygon has focused on growing their list of high-profile partners, which includes luminaries like Disney, Starbucks, and Robinhood. The recent announcement of partnerships with both Instagram and JP Morgan, the bank, has speculators pushing the token price up nearly 200%. Now, you know how it is that news can exacerbate these markets. We just seen in my past video how Elon Musk buying Twitter made Dogecoin go parabolic, just shot straight up 200% growth off of that alone. And the same thing can be said here about Polygon. Ripple's allies expand Coinbase files, amicus brief, and fight against the SEC. Now, if you've been stuck under the rock, Ripple's been fighting against the SEC for quite a while now. And what it is that they're fighting against is basically whether or not Ripple was trying to sell XRP to boost up their own company, even though Ripple's using XRP, the cryptocurrency, for its company's use case, which is mainly cross-border transactions, specifically for banks, but not entirely just for banks. Anybody can hold XRP, because it is like crypto is the people's money. United States-based crypto exchange Coinbase has become the latest organization to stand behind Ripple Labs in its legal battle against the Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, which would wrap up as soon as the first half, which could wrap up as soon as the first half of 2023. It could be a lot sooner than that, seeing how everything's been moving so far. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal, I hope I'm saying that name right, Grewal, said in a series of tweets on October 31st that the exchange has had said in a series of tweets on October 31st that the exchange had asked the presiding judge for permission to file an amicus brief saying the case was a textbook definition of just how critical fair notice is. Now, I'm not going to get into his tweet right here, but for those of you who don't know what an amicus brief is, an amicus brief, known as a friend of the court, is a legal document containing advice or information related to the court case from an organization or individual that is not directly involved with the case. So if I get locked up, my friend can come, you feel me? Give me, well, not locked up because at that point it's too late. But let's say I'm on trial or I'm in a court case and I'm fighting this court case. I can have a company come and plead on my side why it is that I should be set free. That's pretty much what an amicus brief is. It's a friend of the court. Now, Web Summit, which is today, is going on. Here's the latest updates from Telegraph's ground team. It's the final day of the Web Summit 2022, and the Coin Telegraph team on the ground is all set to bring you some of the best insights, personal interviews, and more. Welcome back to day 3 of the Web Summit, one of the world's leading tech conferences with over 71,000 attendees on the 3rd day. It's a lot. Stationed in Lisbon, Portugal. Coin Telegraph's ground team is ready to bring the most exclusive insights on Web3, crypto, and blockchain from the event. I sound stuffy, but I don't feel it. It's crazy. The first 2 days of the summit saw some of the leading Web3 founders share their views on the future of finance, metaverse, and gaming. Those 3 categories is going to explode in this upcoming bull run. So please keep your eyes open for any projects working on them. And honestly, it's a lot of institutional companies that you know about. They're implementing themselves into the blockchain technology to grow financially and get into the metaverse and also expand on their gaming platforms. Wax CEO William Quigley told Cointelegraph that traditional firms likely won't be leading the charge in the next generation of Web3 gaming. Sandbox co-founder said that the future of the metaverse is in a state of evolution, with both brands and users as important catalysts of growth. Now, for those of you who don't understand what Web3 is, it is the new wave of the internet. You are using Web2 right now, which is pretty much like YouTube. You can post things, comment about them. We can, talk back to back, relay things to each other. But Web3 is a step further. You're getting way more implemented into the technology yourself. On to a little bit of analysis of these markets right now. First thing first, keep your eye on the DXY. And as you can see, I've pointed this out just in my last couple of videos that the dollar has dropped out of this channel and it shot right back into it. Days of it just being up. Now, it didn't continue to break past these last couple highs here. In fact, if you want to use a trend line to note that, we're on a downward spike on the highs. So this could be called for a bullish divergence. Could be. Now, we just have to see it exactly how this is going to play out. But a bullish divergence is pretty much you're going bullish for the dollar. It's been way over a year since the actual start of it, and it's been going up. Well, it can't do that forever. So a bullish divergence is pretty much diverting the charts in the other direction to where we could be trading towards the downside for the dollar. Now, what does that actually mean? That means that any other market, commodity, crypto, or anything else will be trading up. Because now, whether or not it continues its downward trend, actually breaks out of this channel, it's all up to time to tell. But if we was to measure how far it can continue going up before it is a for sure smackdown, another 7 to 8% to the upside just to retest this 2000 all-time high is not within out of the possibility of what's going on here. It could, just be riding on this wave like it did down here. It's a little bit just riding and then has another massive shoot up one last time just to touch off of this all-time high of the early 2000s. After that, is no doubt in my mind that it will get smacked down from that point because we are a ways above the 51-week moving average. And every time we are above the 51-week moving average, it is a long ways back down. Historically speaking, we do in between 15 to 20% on average. So if you want to measure that going down just from here right now, you know, say we hit about 15% and we actually break below both of these lines, that won't be too far off of the charts, honestly, because we bounced off of this line here anyways. So we could come back to retest this as support before we keep our movement going up for the dollar. But long term, we all know the dollar's going down. That's no surprise. Cryptocurrencies, they're all going up over time. That is no surprise. There's nothing been hidden from any of us. Now we look at Bitcoin right here. We made a small breakout of our triangle right here, symmetrical triangle at the bottom of the markets, or at least the bottom as of so far. It could drop down a little bit lower. It could drop all the way back down just to retest it and give us a double bottom, a for sure bottom. That way we'll know that we are actually at the bottom of the markets. And it's not just a little bull trap just to knock people out thinking that they're about to get a lot of money, go up, and all of a sudden it's a massive crash, liquidate everybody. But we are holding above this small zone of liquidity right here, meaning that as soon as it got right here, bought up, got right here again, bought up. People just putting the money, liquidity, currency. Look at like water. You're putting water into the river bank and, the river rises. It's pretty much what's going on right here. And if it holds, we could break through and retest this 4-year moving average before we even see signs of a correction, or we could just completely bust through it and hold it as support, which would be awesome. As soon as we can turn this and hold it as support, just for the ones you don't understand what it is I'm talking about when I say support, look at how it rose up right here, then boom, bounced off of it, came back, bounced off of it. It was using it as support. People thought that it was the start of the bull market since that happened, but out of nowhere, it flash crashed right back below it, and we're fighting our way back up. So until that happens, which it's not, it's not like it's going to take forever. It's going to be within your lifetime. So while it's underneath that 4-year moving average, because historically speaking, every time it touches it, it shoots up and it starts the next bull run. This is the first time in the longest time we ever been below it. Macro market sentiment is going on that is causing this prolonged bear market, but it could be a great thing. It could be more time for you to actually get your bags together. Now, moving forward, we got to talk about Bitcoin first because it is the flagship. Whatever Bitcoin does, everything else does. Looking at Matics right here, as we spoke on it, that partnership that they had with Instagram, yeah, nice little run all the way up. About almost 40% gains, roughly. Now, we've been trading in this long channel right here, which is, narrowing down. As it narrows down, more price gets bottled up in here, more liquidity gets bottled up in here. It's going to explode one way or the other, depending on Bitcoin and depending on macro sentiment. But as you can see, news exaggerates a trend. So if you would have caught that trade down here as soon as they released the fact that they got partnership with Instagram, which is huge news, like Matic and JP Morgan had made it to where you can buy, sell, and create NFTs on Instagram now. Or at least they're working on the technology to implement within the next year. So that's crazy. That's crazy. That means the adoption of the NFT markets, blockchains, and crypto as a whole is going to go through the roof. Instagram is a major platform, the same as Twitter, just as Elon Musk did when he bought it. Now, looking at XRP, they also had a major breakthrough due to the amicus of the court. You know what I'm saying that right? Of a 10% gains in one day. Still trading within this triangle zone right here. It broke through this a little bit, but then it got slapped right back in it. Just slapped right back in it. Next day, most likely it'll be a day of people taking profits off of this little small trade and dropping down. But that news kind of shot XRP up pretty dramatically. Nothing too crazy, nothing like this candle right here when, it just blew off the top, went parabolic. But gains is better than no gains any day. So that's what XRP is looking like. We're right now sitting into a bullish flag, going upwards, boom, symmetrical triangle. And normally the way you will measure a bullish flag in the potential of growth within that bullish flag, you take the back half of the flag and you measure it upwards. So once we do have a breakout, this is the potential of growth that we can have. I'm not saying it's definite, but it is the technical potentials. But who's to say we won't get slapped back down by this 51-week moving average, which is a little bit below those technical principles in the first place. But if we can bust through it, hold it as support, and keep going from there, honestly, it's not too much holding us back to get all the way up here into the 65 cents, all the way down to the 60 cents range of XRP. We could see that very soon within the next upcoming months, depending on how this court case is going and also Bitcoin in this macro market sentiment. Now, still on XRP, Brad Garlinghouse made a tweet the other day. For those of you keeping count, 12 amnesty briefs submitted. That is 12 companies. In the article we read earlier, we only spoke about Coinbase. But ever since Coinbase has stepped foot into it, 12, including Coinbase, are submitting their amnesty briefs. It's unprecedented to have this happen at this stage. They each explain in their own unique ways the irreparable harm the SEC would do to every facet of the U.S. crypto economy if it gets its way. The SEC is doing is lawful. They're not using code of law to back their claims against XRP or Ripple. They're just forcefully trying to play their hand. And a lot of these crypto companies know if they get their way, they're going to turn their backs on all cryptocurrency as a whole and go after all of them. Because as far as the SEC looks at it, Bitcoin is the only commodity and all other crypto coins are securities. Well, we're going to see how that plays out. Only time will tell. Moving on, Shiba Inu. Everybody loves Shiba. I've been playing the game, Shiba Eternity. It's pretty decent game. Like I said, it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Little play card game. Nothing bad about it. But as you can see, boom, we fell into this liquidity trap right here. So people buy, like once the markets fall into these little liquidity traps, people just buy them up. Or depending on how far it was up from the last buy, say people bought from all the way up here and it's been going through all these liquidities, and boom, at some point people want to take profit. So you can use these little markers just to gauge how the market's actually going to be moving. Now, it just got bought up. And if you want to, boom, we could be looking at a nice little triangle here. As far as what's actually going on with Shiba itself, it could be in its very own flag, to where if you was to measure from the top to the bottom, just the potential of a breakout for Shiba, we can see ourselves getting right back up to this 0.000022, all the way down to the 0.000020. So within this little range, let me go ahead and draw a box right here so you guys can understand what it is I'm talking about. We could fight back into this range, give or take. Could be right here at the edge, could blow through. It could just go all the way parabolic and just use it as support. Who knows? But time in these markets is better than time in the markets anyways. If you would have got in all the way back in 2020 and you would have been waiting all the way up to this point, you're still up regardless. So time in the markets is key, but being time in the markets is better. Now, with all that being said, I have something I want to show you guys. It is a way for you to scale your own business if you already have one. If you don't, make your own business and grow it up. In fact, next episode, when I do hop up here, I will just show you guys the businesses that I have been creating for myself and for people around me. What it is that we're trying to sell you is an online business app built on the Amazon Web Services, the same infrastructure used by multi-billion-dollar companies, as you can see down here below. Airbnb, Adobe, Coinbase, Comcast, Twitch, Lamborghini, SoundCloud, keep it going, Disney, Capital One, ESPN, all of these companies use Amazon Web Services. And our app is built on Amazon Web Services. So it's very, very, very reliable. And you can just take all these other companies who make billions of dollars yearly. You can take their words on it. They're not going to tell you necessarily. We're telling you this is what they use. This is what they use. Fully customize your own website. Not only the website, but you can fully customize your own e-commerce business. Web3 is the new wave. You might as well hop on it now. That's all I'm going to say about it. Next, I have a clip for you guys to look at. And if you want to know more, just click the link down below and you will get way more information than I can project out of my mouth. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a blessed evening. And it was always, as always, it is a blessing to have everybody attend my videos. And look, as a community, we're going to grow together.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.